This is Sarah, and it is the first week of 2022, and I'm going to talk a little bit today about the new robot that I'm building. I've also been posting a lot of videos all about the greenhouse and the things that Mark and I are growing in there, particularly my chocolate sprinkles tomato plant. The greenhouse makes me happy. Any time that I spend in there is good time. It brings me joy, makes me feel the good things, and that's really where my heart is at. Given all of those things, I want to make a robot that helps me take better care of my plants. I think I've already introduced Happy, the pumpkin, as an entity in some of my previous videos, but I have this little plushie that I sleep with that's a tiny little pumpkin sprite, and I love them to death. They represent a lot to me. Every year I carve a Happy the pumpkin out of an actual gourd, and I put it outside the house to dry out and desiccate in the desert climate. They're out there to protect the house. So it's this ritual that has meaning to me, and I'm going to build a Happy the robot. Not just because I like pumpkins, but I also want somebody to help me in the greenhouse and protect the greenhouse. So I'm extending Happy's presence, the embodiment of Happy, to include a little robot sprite that's going to look after the plants and relay data to me inside the house so that I have a better idea what's going on out there. The chosen vessel for where the brain will be housed is going to be one of those trick-or-treating buckets that little kids carry around during Halloween. You know, the jack-o'-lantern pails. One of these. The bucket has the brain inside of it, and the brain portion is going to take time to develop because it does all the complicated stuff I want it to do. But the body, at least, the vessel, is something that I'm making good progress on. The body of the robot and its movement is inspired by the motion of a pet from a video game that I play. There's this squashling pet in World of Warcraft that I've used since I played like a decade ago. It's my favorite pet. It's the only one that I use because I enjoy clicking on it and hearing the noise that it makes. My goal is to mechanically replicate the springiness of the squashling's body. So I'm trying to create a somewhat passive mechanism that can wiggle and wobble on its own. I'm investigating springs and tubing and flexible rod for this reason. And then additionally, I'm sewing little fleece pajamas to put over the body so that the outside looks more soft, organic, and plant-like. I want to say it was back in 2020, maybe it was last year. I saw this commercial on the internet, and I hate commercials, so I really hate admitting that it was a commercial. It was put out by, I think, Chobani. I don't know who animated it, but it depicted this big family living together with a bunch of complex, cool technology in the form of robots and the like, and gardens. And the robots were helping the humans take care of the garden and pick the fruit and produce food for them. And it was this really lovely depiction of humans and nature and technology living in harmony together. It's kind of the future, or the now that I wish we lived in, honestly. It's definitely something I would like to work towards. That is where I want to be. And that is what I'm going to create for myself. So, I don't know, this is a really good first week. It's, January 7th or 8th today as I'm filming this? It's Saturday. And I don't know, in the middle of our table, our lab table, right to the right of me, I'm working on constructing this new robot. In front of my workspace, there's this little tray that has kind of heat lamps above it, and that's where all of the life magic is taking place. So I'm building this robot next to the babies that it's going to be taking care of this year. I'm really grateful for this. I'm grateful that I have the space and the time to work on these things and share them with you. As far as years go, this is off to a great start so far. So, I don't know. I'm gonna keep working on things. I'm gonna say what I usually say. Keep making awesome stuff out there. Be nice to one another. Kindness. Be safe. And as always, thank you for watching.